Hello and welcome back to another speed build with Frimlin. This is part 2 of this little mini series about this massive build that I did. It's called Uptown Heights, and at the very start of this video I'm going around and just plastering the walls in white and covering the floors in the city living shiny wooden floor. I think it's basketball flooring or something like that it's called. I just basically wanted to make sure that I was setting kind of a bright, cheerful base look to the whole build. In some of the rooms I did deviate from the white, usually just to put in a bit of colour, but most of the build includes the white walls and the wooden floors. That's just the style of the build. I also just basically needed to guide myself away from using dark stuff. Like in my last Penthouse, even though it got, thousands of downloads, it has very black walls in many rooms, most rooms. So even if this place, Uptown Heights, has splashes of color here and there, but it's still quite subtle. I think I could deviate from that if I wanted to. I could do something different, but I naturally go for, more subtle styles. Anyhow, this little area of the floor that I'm working on now is what I call the wellness area. And wellness is the skill in game for massage and meditation and yoga. And it came with a spa day, which I would imagine is a game pack. It must have been because it was so big. Probably isn't now I'm thinking about it. Anyway. But yeah, so this doesn't have just one room for wellness, it has about 4 or 5. So this central room that I'm working on right now has some seats, and you can never have enough seating. That's just something you need to keep in mind while you're building. I mean, some of my builds that I do, I don't put enough seats in, and I always think later, oh, if only there'd been a nice place where two Sims could sit and talk just there or something. Anyway, so even though that little space in the wellness area has lots of seating, the rest of the wellness area does have wellness items and also kind of relaxing items like the sauna. It doesn't all stay like this. This is just a kind of a very basic build and of the area, and then I go back and add more. I want it to look really pretty when you walk into it, just kind of relax you, and nothing that was going to be too invigorating in a bad way, in an energized way. Actually, right next door to this wellness area is the gym area that I've done. So if you're not looking for relaxing and you want more energized, then you can go straight next door. And that's actually one of the cool things about one of the lot traits I chose for Uptown Heights is, I think it's called sunny aspect. So at the end of the day, when the sun goes down, and it looks so beautiful here, I felt this lot trait really matched this lot, which is the Stargazer Lounge in the Uptown district of San Myshuno. So yeah, the lot trait, sunny aspect, will make your Sims either happy, which is always helpful, right? Or energized. So if they get energized, they can go down to the gym. That's the idea. But they could also get inspired, and so I also made a rather large art area downstairs here on this floor. If I haven't mentioned it already, this whole video is about this floor. Basically, even when I sped it up here to like 875%, it still takes a long time. It still takes about 20 minutes. I don't want to have very many videos that go past 20 minutes. So I think we're probably going to end up with a video per level or something like that. But I'll only do that if it seems appropriate. I mean, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to build up my view count or anything like that. I just want to make the best experience for you possible for watching it. And of course, you have the choice of not watching if you really don't want to see all these videos. But I do hope you want to be here and watching this right now. And hi. Please, please, please leave a comment. I absolutely love the comments, and I actually get quite a few of them. Like maybe 2 or 3 per video, but the ones I get I really cherish. So please be one of my cherished comments. I would appreciate that. By the time the video ends, I imagine you will have forgotten me saying that, but it's nice to get that idea in your head anyway. You know, interact with me. I don't mind. I'm a nice guy. And yeah, I'm an older guy. You know, I'm in my late 30s, and I'm still playing a game like Sims. It's just normal. It's, you know, why should it be only older ladies that play? Anyway, it's a game for everyone. Really enjoyed this wellness area. I just find it really relaxing, and while I was yabbering on there, I've actually built up a little meditation room. You can have the meditation stool pretty much anywhere in the game, and I did think about having one up on the rooftops, and of course you can always place one there yourself. But in a way, meditation isn't so much about the view, it's more about what's going on inside yourself. So that's why I thought that little tiny room, I thought if I made it just pretty enough, you know, it didn't need to have any windows or any of the beautiful views around here, because hopefully you'll be having those with your eyes closed, as it were. Really like having a sauna in my house, because this is where this is where I have moved my main family, and so I just took a bit of time making the sauna room as nice as I could. Well, I made it nice enough so that I could say that's nice enough and then walk on to the next part of the house, because really I had to keep myself moving through this house to get it finished. It just took a long time. But that didn't mean that I didn't take the time to place some nice bits of detail here and there. And I don't use move objects cheats, so I have to, you know, try what I can with what the game lets you do without the cheat on. And here, you know, here's the result. Tell me what you think. Golly, it can take me a while to choose just what I want to stick down as decoration. I kind of get frustrated with going up and down in the catalog of items, choosing which item I want to place. Now those beautiful wall lights, butterfly wall lights that I've added, I've made them a bit bigger and stuck them on the wall. I have to adjust them a bit later on, because actually they stick up into the floor above, and that means that when I'm placing stuff on that floor, it doesn't place properly. Hey, I found it really hard to place that massage chair, huh? I really wanted it to have it on the corner, but to be frank, the corner space that I've got there, I mean, sorry, the whole space that I've got on the outside of these bottom 2 floors is quite thin. I probably would have been wise to have made it you know, at least 1 more square thicker, but I didn't, and I have to cope with that. You know, I didn't want to show a video of me going back and backtracking on my original ideas, so I just kind of went with it. So yeah, I'm in the gym now. The gym has a reasonable bathroom. Basically, it's just a couple of showers and a sink. Maybe if you want to brush your teeth or something. But I didn't go for the full bathroom here because I just didn't think it was appropriate. I mean, there is a toilet nearby anyway in another room. And, you know, of course I'm going to set the scene of how the bathroom looks now. And once I've set that for that bathroom, I then go on and replicate that throughout the whole build. Really enjoyed, I don't know if you saw it, but I placed one of the wall decals behind the flowing water statue thingy. So you can see like moon and clouds behind the flowing water, which I think is quite a nice look. And then I've got Vintage Glamour wall mirrors there against the wall. Not quite their, usual elegant use, but I think it goes well. It matches the other stuff in the wellness area. I also use the little wall decal that's used in many of the what do you call them? The saunas and spas builds that people have on the gallery. I think it seems to indicate wellness, so I thought I'd stick it there and on every doorway into a wellness room to indicate this is the wellness area. Go this way to feel better. Little gym. Didn't really change the walls much. I think I might have put a red featured wall in. Here we go. At some point, and otherwise still went with those white walls and the wooden floors. Had some difficulty placing two what you call them, treadmills here, and the final placement is a bit different from what you'll see in this video, but it seems to be okay. Not sure what I was doing with that massive painting on the wall, but often I just try things out and just see what they look, and then I'm like, oh no, remove. Sometimes I click on an object and I just place it down to see what it looks like. I don't even intend to have it here in that build. I just wanted to see what it looks like and get a picture of it. So sometimes it might look a bit weird, some of the items that I get out and look at. Like, why is he looking at that item right now? Obviously not going to work in this build. So yeah, this is a little downstairs toilet that goes there. It's attached to the stairwell area, so it's pretty central, and hopefully there won't be too much competition to get there. It's not the only toilet downstairs. Choosing something to stick on the wall there, ended up with a little bunny decal, and you will find that little bunny decal throughout all the bathrooms in this build. So I challenge you, tell me in the comments how many bunny decals can you find inside the whole build. I'm very curious to know. I actually don't know yet, but I can go and count them myself. Let me know, and maybe we can I don't know, we can celebrate the fact that there's so many bunnies in the house. I don't know. Where was I going there? Who knows? Anyway, these stairwells and other rooms nearby start off pretty basic, but near the end, especially with the playtesting, I add some more surfaces and seating. And you can never have enough surfaces and seating in a build, especially in a big build. So having a few seats here and there is good because Sims start talking and then they just go and sit down nearby, and that's really, I like watching that happen. And surfaces, Sims often finish food in particular or books, and then they want to just put them down somewhere, and if they don't have any nearby surfaces, then they can sometimes walk through quite a lot of rooms to find somewhere to put down their food, their dirty plates or whatever. So this room that I'm looking at right now is actually a bit of a kind of extra room that I kind of added at the end of my initial plan. Whoa, fast camera movement there. But this little room, hopefully we go back to it, is intended to be some kind of private bar. So basically it could be like the family's own little private bar. I have a much bigger kind of nightclub and entertainment area further up in the build, but this is a quieter little place that the family can hang out in perhaps. Um, so you can see me going through and making sure the bathrooms are themed like each other. I like having bathrooms that have the same theme throughout the house. Although I was very tempted in this build to change some of them, in the end I decided to keep it all the same, just for consistency. It can be a bit weird though, sometimes you're in a bathroom with a sim and you're like, where in the house am I? Because it's a bit harder to tell because all the baths, all the bathrooms are the same color. But yeah, over time as you play with the house, you get to know different areas. So this room is kind of mixtures of whites and blues and a bit of green. And I you know, usually when I make this kind of bar kind of area, I will make it dark. So it was a bit of a challenge making it light and bright. But yeah, there you go. It seems to work. This area I'm working on now is where I do, which is like kind of like the art room. If only I could speak properly. I have to go back and edit this, or maybe I'll just leave it so I can just make this faster. Anyway, this art area, I want it to look much more modern. It's more sparsely decorated, especially at the start. It does get a bit more decoration later on and in the playtesting. I added one of the city living murals to the wall. I think when I uploaded it, that actually has a mural on it from one of my testing sims. I also stuck the kids' activity table in there because then they can get inspired alongside the adults of the house, and that helps with one of the aspirations. If you play kid stuff very much, you'll know that that's going to help a lot. And there's probably enough walls there so you can stick all the kids' paintings on the wall as well to display them. So yeah, I have added a couple of items that you can only unlock with couriers, like the little kind of table with the paints on it, and what is it? There's these blank canvases, and I have gone through in the testing and enabled their emotional aura, so they inspire Sims. I did that obviously intentionally, and I'm sorry if you don't like me adding career items. You could always remove them. But yeah, I like my Sims just to be able to walk into a room intended for art and to get that inspired feeling straight away. It really helps out. And so yeah, I also added a little kind of accented wall, going for the kind of greeny cyan color that seems to be associated in game with inspiration. This little hallway here just made it very bright and colorful, as you can see. That's probably the largest splash of color in the house, that floor, but I've never used that before, and I think I will probably use it again because it's very dramatic, and I like dramatic. I keep myself quite reserved in my commentary, but I'm quite dramatic. Sticking in a bookcase there with a few bits of decoration on it. What's I doing here? Just tidying up this private bar, adding in the lighting. I think I end up sticking some candles on the table. Yes, here we go. And then I changed the lighting color as well in the playtesting. Actually, all through the playtesting, I was going through and changing all the light colors to the palest blue light. And then just at the last minute, I went through and added about 4 or 5 ground floor kind of point lights just to brighten up some dark corners. And then I forgot to go through and change their color to be the light blue. So if you want the place as intended, I would recommend you go through and just quickly set all lights to use the lightest white, blue. Anyway, screenshots are coming up. I hope you enjoy them. So here we have like a hallway and the private bar and the gym. The art room. The wellness rooms. Meditation area. Sauna. And there's a view from above. Thanks for watching, everyone. More to come in the next video. Hopefully, probably out tomorrow. Anyway, have a good day. Bye bye.